This is part 3 of our lesson on finding the equation of a line from a slope and a point. So our third question here says, determine the equation of a line with a slope of 2 over 5 that passes through the point 25 and -4. So I don't have a graph, so we're not going to be graphing it. So we're going to try to do this algebraically, which means I'm going to start with y equals mx plus b. Now, in order to write the equation of a line, I need m, the slope, and I need b, my y-intercept. So the slope from the question I know is 2 over 5, but my y-intercept, unfortunately, I don't know. So that means the first thing we need to do is find our y-intercept. How are we going to find our y-intercept? Using y equals mx plus b. So I know the slope is 2 over 5, and they also in the question gave us a point. So every point has an x coordinate and a y coordinate. So this is going to become y, so -4 equals m2 over 5 times x 25 plus b, which is what we're trying to solve for. So I need to multiply 2 over 5 and 25. That 25 is secretly over 1. So I'm going to get -4 equals 2 times 25 is 50. 5 times 1 is 5. So I get 50 over 5 plus b. Now, does 50 divide nicely by 5? Yes, it does. 50 divided by 5 is 10 plus b. And then I am going to just solve for b by subtracting 10 from both sides. So -4, take away 10, you can use your calculator if you need to, is -14, which is b. So now that I know my slope and I now know my y-intercept, I can write my equation, which is y equals m, so 2 over 5 x, and then I would normally write plus b, but this is a negative number, so I'm going to write -14. And that is my equation of my line. We are going to take a look at one last example, and that would be question number 4. So it says, determine the equation of the line with a slope of -8 that passes through -12 and 96. So to do my equation of my line, that is y equals mx plus b, I need to know m, and I need to know b. M is my slope, b is the y-intercept. So in the question, it tells me my slope is -8. It does not tell me what the y-intercept is. So our first job is going to be to calculate that y-intercept. And in order to do that, we are going to use the point. The first number is x, and the second number is the y part of that coordinate. So I'm going to sub the slope, x and y, into this equation, and we are going to solve for the y-intercept. So y is 96, and then m is -8, x is -12, and we're trying to find what b is. Now, -8 times -12 is positive 96. You can use your calculator if you need to. So I have 96 equals 96 plus b. I am going to get b by itself by subtracting 96 from both sides. 96 take away 96 is 0. It's all gone. So I can't just write nothing. I do need to actually write that it is 0 equals b. So that just means that the y-intercept is 0. That's all. So that means my equation is going to be y equals m, so that's -8, times x plus b. Now, I have choices. I can write plus 0, and that's perfectly fine. Or you don't actually have to put the 0. You could just say y equals negative 8x. I would accept either of those answers. They are both correct. So it's up to you whether you want to write the 0 or not. And that is it for our lesson on the equation of a line from slope and a point. Good luck with your practice.